Welcome to Dave's Garage. This is episode 10, part 7. Now in this part we're going to be putting together the dome and the front and the back of the helmet. Now in the instructions it goes into quite depth about how to attach these two pieces, or three pieces. It subscribes to two methods. One is a hot glue and the other one is using the ABS glue. I'm not a fan of hot glue, as you probably know, so I'm not going to use that. Also, I don't wish to use that white ABS glue because of the problems that occur with the heat, which can damage the dome, and even in the instructions it shows you a picture and tells you some of the problems that can occur if you're not being careful. So I'm not going to use the ABS either. What I'm going to do and how I am going to attach this is how we've done all of the armour, using the blue tape to cover the surfaces, sandpaper to roughen the edge where we're going to glue it, and use the plastic weld glue that we've used all along. And what I will be doing is I'm going to be gluing just the front of the helmet at first. The reason I'm doing that is because it's difficult to put the dome into the helmet, to control it while it's in there and help it set up. If I was trying to glue both the front and the back pieces at the same time, I perceive that there would be a problem with that, being that this can pop out at any second. So I need to put all my concentration and efforts in making sure that the front is lined up as best as it can be. And what it should be able to do is, once we've glued the front in, there should be enough pressure there to hold the whole of the helmet in there. Then what I'm going to be able to do, should I ever really need to get into my helmet, if I want to take something out like a speaker system or replace lenses, or I'm not sure what I might have to do, what I can do is remove the screws and take off the back of the helmet. That way I'll be able to get into the helmet more if that need arise. But what I don't think I have to do is glue it all together, but we will see. If I do need to glue the back piece on, I'm going to take off the earpieces, put the glue on there, and then put the earpieces back on quickly, and that should be good. So here we go to gluing it. So what I'm going to do is like we do with everything, is a test fit to see where everything's lining up. Make sure you don't glue the back of your helmet in the front. The back of the helmet has these two indents and then side indents, and there's nothing across the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up or center it as best it can be. And then I'm going to take my wax crayon that I've been using. I'm going to draw a line. Right down my helmet. And now I'm going to put one on the sides. And this is so when I'm gluing this together and I want to line it up, and I don't have very long, don't forget we only have 4 minutes for this glue to set. It's going to be easier to find where these pieces are supposed to be fitting. Now I'm going to sand up to the edge of that line, just removing some of the gloss so the two paint surfaces stick together better. And then on the same on the inside of the helmet, just up to the halfway of the front piece. I want a really good strong connection on this. So like I said, if I don't have to glue that back piece, I'm not going to. Most of the places where there is a gap between the dome and the helmet are actually here on the side, and then a little bit at the front. The back seems to fit quite well. And I've read online on the forums that, you know, a few people say one of the things they don't like most about their helmets is the fact that, well, apart from it being a little big, is that there's a gap around the edge of the dome. I'm going to see if I can get rid of that. So there you go. Marked and sanded. And now I'm going to put some tape around the front. Of course it's going to cover up part of that blue line, but I don't want to get any glue on the front of my helmet. Now you may have noticed I've got one of my decals on there. Yeah, I'm getting kind of impatient to finish up my helmet, and I haven't put the decals on this because I don't want to get any glue on there because it'll be impossible to wipe it off. So that's one of the incentives to get my dome finished and on there, is so I can put my decals on there and put in my lenses and then finish up this project. So just going to do another little test fit, make sure my tape's in the right place. Okay, looks good. Now I'm going to mix up a pretty good amount of glue for this. It's a pretty big area. Okay, get my 4 minutes on the clock. Now any little mistakes that you make with this gluing, hopefully you won't be able to see anyway, because that rubber band that goes across the brow is going to cover them all up. I'm still going to try and do as good a job as I can to get that seam looking good.